Hello again, everybody. A while back I did a tutorial on the 190 Helix false cut, and there was a problem with that. I watched a couple of tutorials on it and I learned it the wrong way, so I taught it the wrong way. Here is what I did wrong. I'm going to show it to you both ways. Here's a deck that's in the proper order, and I'm going to show you here is the way I taught how to do it. Take a small section off the top, lock it in between your thumb and your index finger. Using your ring finger, pull it back. At the same time, separate a small section from the top of the deck, lock it in between your thumb and your index finger. Pull this section back on top as you're splitting these two sections in half. With your ring finger and your thumb, grab this, swivel that back on top, the top back on top, and that on top. Well, problem is we have the 9 of hearts on bottom of the deck, and there's the 10, jack, queen, and kings in the middle. This does not work. Only the top cards stay in order, but the full deck, if you're doing a trick where you want to do a complete false shuffle, this doesn't work. Here's the mistake I made, and this is the proper way to do the 190 Helix false cut. What you do is you start the same way. Grab a small section, lock it in between your thumb and your index finger, and you pull it back right behind your ring finger. Now, instead of taking a small section off the top of the deck and locking it in, what you're going to do is you're going to take a small section off the bottom of the deck and lock it in. Then you come back on top the same way, split the deck the same way, grab this with your ring finger and thumb the same way, and then swivel that, and come on top, and the deck is in the right order. Again, small section off the top, lock it in, come back with your ring finger, small section off the bottom, lock it in, come right on top, split this into two, grab with your ring finger and your thumb, swivel this back on top, swivel this on top, and this on top, and now your false cut is perfect. So, you see the mistake that I made. It was in the second move. Rather than taking the small section off the top, you take the small section off the bottom, and you will then have a perfect false cut. That's it. So later this afternoon, I'm going to be putting up the results for the second number contest. I cannot believe the huge response that I've gotten. So at 2 o'clock Denver, Colorado time, the contest will be over, and a few hours later I should have the results posted. So that's it. See you next time.